make sure to like and subscribe right now. Yes, do it. Hello guys, this is Ronit from MathX, and today we're going to be solving an AMC from the year 2022. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started. The figure below shows a polygon ABCDEFGH consisting of rectangles and right triangles. When cut out and folded on the dotted lines, the triangles together in the polygon form a triangular prism. Suppose that AH equals EF equals 8 and GH equals 14. What is the volume of the prism? Now in this problem, we're going to be doing some visualization. Now, what that means is that we're going to try and use our imagination to kind of form this shape in our head and draw out a diagram of it. Now, some key things that we're thinking here. We can recognize that these two triangles, the BJG and CIF, are going to be the top and bottom of the shape. Now, how do I know this? Well, basically, you can kind of recognize how these shapes together with the triangle and this other triangle would be kind of symmetrical to each other, as they're going to be like parallel. And these two squares here are kind of going to be the walls of the shape. Now, what we're going to do is draw this out and use our brain and put it to work. So it's going to be this triangle is going to be here, and we're going to be going below and forming the shape that is shown. Kind of looks similar to a cheesecake, actually. But anyways, we are kind of having this shape here, and then we'll have to label the point. But also one key thing, this is a right triangle, so always make sure to label this so it's easier to understand. Now that we have that labeled out, we're going to be putting our points on. So some things we can recognize here is that some of these points are going to overlap. So we're just going to pick one in particular. So first point we can recognize here is going to be A, I would presume. So let's just have A here. Next, on this point here, we're going to have H. H. Next, we're going to have F here. Then, we're going to have B below A. Then, have E below F. Finally, D below H. Next thing we can do here is label the lines, as we don't know the values currently in this diagram. But we can fix that. First things we can find is that HF equals 6. How do we know this? Well, basically, we're going to be finding JG in technicality terms, as HF are coming together to overlap with that JG point. So we can kind of find how JG is going to be equal to 6. Also, we know about the other lengths. As AH equals 8, then we can kind of find how the length JG is going to be equal to 6, as GH is equal to 14, and we're going to have HJ going to be equal to 8, so JG has to be 6. So let's just write that out here. Now that I have that written out, we can find out AH. Now that's just simply because it says AH is equal to 8, we're just going to write 8. Next, finally, we will have EF. And that is also going to be equal to 8, which is equal to HD. So that's also going to be equal to 8. So we can just write that out. We have 8 here. And we'll have 8 here. Now, next thing we can do, as the triangle on top is a right triangle, we can just find the area of it. So what we do in this is that we're going to be having 8. We're going to be having 8 here. Then we're going to have it times 6, then over 2. And since 8 times 6 is 48, 48 divided by 2 just going to be 24. So now that we have this is going to be equal 24, next thing we have to do is multiply by the height, which is 8. So 8 times 24. 8 here is going to be multiplied by 24. And we will get 192 from that, as 8 times 20 is 160, then 8 times 4 is 32. And 160 plus 32 is going to be 192. So let's just circle our answer here. As you can see, visualizing your diagrams is a key concept, as you can form your diagrams and solve it much easier by computing the volume, such as in this case. But anyways, without further ado, we've finished this problem, meaning we are now officially finished.